As the snowflakes gently descend from the winter sky, I find myself captivated by the magic of the season. Winter, with its serene landscapes and cozy ambiance, it has always held a special place in my heart. It's a time when I can wrap myself in a blanket, sip on some hot tea, and immerse myself in the enchanting world of books. I don't want to rush into the new year. I want to savor moments and allow the new year to unfold gently. I want to allow new changes, and as we change, I also want to change some things on my channel. I do a lot of journaling on my channel, especially book journaling, and I absolutely love it. However, I kind of pigeonholed myself over the past year with my channel because I do want to do more things with my channel. If I have learned anything over the past year with YouTube, you really need to enjoy what you're doing, or it's just not sustainable. I know a lot of creators would tell you to kind of find a niche and stick with it, and I can't be worried about my numbers. This has never been about numbers or money to me. I truly enjoy what I do, but I really feel like I want to do other things with my channel. So I hope you guys continue to stick around as we embrace some new changes for the new year. This video is probably coming a little bit late because I have seen every creator share their new reading journal for the new year, but I was kind of on the fence on which journal I actually wanted to use. And if you watched my journal from last year, I used a beautiful Archer and Olive 8x8 journal. However, Mike got me this beautiful notebook therapy journal for Christmas, and I thought maybe it would be too small. I know this is a traditional size for a journal or reading journal, and I don't know, I kind of stewed over it over the last couple of weeks, but I am finally comfortable with using this one. I think it's super cute and I love the vibe of it. I love the color, this nice brown color. I like the deer on the front, and I think it's going to be easy for me to journal in it. Sometimes I find a big blank page overwhelming and I feel like I have to fill it in, and sometimes my pages can get too busy because I just keep adding more and more things to it, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. But I'm trying to keep my journals a little bit more clean and a little bit more, I don't want to say minimal because I do like to add a lot of flair to my pages, but something just, I guess, a little bit more clean. If you watched any of my reading journals from last year, you will know that I was kind of getting sick of my 2023 reading journal. I went into it blindly and I didn't prepare for any of my spreads, and I went into it a little bit differently this year. I planned ahead of time and I kind of knew where my setup was going, and which did actually save me a lot of time. So one thing that I'm doing this year that I didn't do last year was create an index, which I don't know why I didn't create one last year. I think this will be nice to kind of start off the reading journal. I also printed off this beautiful image with books and a wintry scene from Pinterest. So again, that's another thing I like to do for my journal spreads is go on Pinterest, find the vibe that you're looking for, and just print those pages out. So I found this box of circle washi tape stickers. They come in various sizes and colors, and I love to add this to my spreads because they are thin, and it is a great way to kind of fill in like an empty space on your page if it's feeling a little bit weird and unfinished. I also fell in love with this gold accented washi tape. I feel like it just elevates any page, and I'm also adding this tea-stained paper that I made with chai tea. And I had a couple of people ask me like where I got this paper, and if you guys want, I will make a video on how I make them because I am running low and I will need to make some more soon, and I can certainly, record that. There are other creators that make like more aesthetic videos and how they made it, but if you guys really want me to show how I make mine, I will certainly do that. Just let me know. It is a little bit of a process, I'm not gonna lie. It took me probably a good 4 hours, but it's been so worth it. Now I know you can buy pre-made tea stain paper, but it's very flat. It's not as crinkly and not as, I don't know, this has a certain feel to it that I like. I bought some tea stain paper when I was starting to run low on this, and I don't like it. I like the texture that this brings to a page. So let me know if you want me to make a video on that. You guys, I am so sorry, but I had to record this off camera because creating this bookshelf took me over an hour to do. And if you saw my videos from last year, my bookshelf was so messy and it was just not good to me. So I wanted to make sure I had the dimensions right, and it was difficult to record without my head in the way. I just had to keep erasing things, and I just added my 50 book goal for the year, and I will color them in each time I read a book. So the next spread, I really hadn't seen anyone do this spread. If you have, let me know, but I am calling it Shelf Neglect. And I chose 10 books that I have been neglecting, that have been sitting on my bookshelf for many years, that I feel like I need to finally get to. So I am just adding those 10 books because my book goal for the year is only 50 books, and I decided to make a collage on my Canon Ivy mini printer here. So as you can see, I chose the collage for 4 books, and it'll be easy to just kind of cut them out, and it's the perfect size for a book cover. So this is actually highlighting one of the problems that I had last year. I didn't know you could create this collage on this mini printer, and what a game changer this is for me, because last year I was printing out my book covers on pages like a Word document on my MacBook Pro, and I kept getting the dimensions wrong, and all of my book covers are slightly different sizes. So this way it is so much easier to keep the same dimensions, and I think it's a great way to print out book covers. So if you are watching my channel, I am certain that you have heard of Plant-Based Bride, because she has the most beautiful reading spreads that I've ever seen in my life. And this is one of those spreads that I definitely wanted to try this year. It is reading around the world. So it's about reading different authors in different countries and just highlighting that country after you read that book. So I will link the map down below because I got it from her channel. And I knew when I saw this, I had to incorporate this into my own reading journal. So I wanted to zoom you in because it was hard to see this, but I wanted to add like a little flight path with my plane around the world. So I really like this spread a lot and cannot wait to read books from different countries. So my last couple of pages here are for the book covers. So each time I read a book, I print out the cover and I'm just going to adhere them to these pages here. So I wanted to make sure I had enough room for my book covers because last year I was a page short. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure that my book covers had the correct dimensions. So I was able to count out the 50 books and made sure that they would fit on the next couple of pages here. I do want to add a book bracket, which helps you determine what your favorite book of the year is, but I wanted to save that for the very end. So once I am done reading my books for the year, I will add that at the very end of my journal. So yeah, so this is a quick flip through of the pages that I think will work very nicely with my journal this year. I really like how everything turned out. I like that I pre-planned and took my time and trying to use the spreads that I think I will actually use. And I am so glad I took my time with this bookshelf. And I'm really excited about doing the shelf neglect as well, trying to read the books that I have been staring at for the past couple years and just to kind of get rid of them, if you know what I mean. And reading around the world, I am also excited to dive into different books from around the world and kind of opening up my world of reading a little bit. I think this is very exciting. So yeah, I'm really excited about how everything turned out this year. Well, that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoy these layouts and it's not too late to start your own reading journal. And I also want to thank you to any new subscribers here. And until next time, guys, cheers.